My name is Slavojka Draškić, and today we are doing a lesson about past simple tense. Let's start with an example. He finished his homework yesterday. Here is the form of the past simple tense. He finished. So, he is the subject, and this is the verb, finished. The general rule is that we use the past simple to describe an action in the past. So, now we look at the positive form. I finished, you finished. He, she, or it finished. We finished, you finished, they finished. If you look at this in more detail, this is the form. We have the subject, then we have the verb in the past simple form. Finish is a regular verb, and when we are using a regular verb, we do verb plus ed. So verb plus ed represents the basic form for the past simple tense verbs. And this is only for regular verbs, not all verbs are regular verbs. For example, some common ones are start, which becomes started, walk, which becomes walked, clean, which becomes clean. Irregular verbs. There are no rules for irregular verbs. You must simply learn them. Here is a list of some really common irregular verbs. Verb go, past simple form, when. Have, had. Do, did. Say, said. Think, thought. Speak, spoke. Eat, ate. And many more. Instead of the not finish, we can say he didn't finish his homework yesterday. Didn't is contracted form of did not. Now we have this example. He did not finish his homework yesterday. This is past simple, so this is wrong. That's wrong because in the negative, it must be in infinitive form. This is right, infinitive form, this is wrong. The question form, did he finish his homework yesterday? This is the question form of the past simple tense, did plus the subject plus the verb in the infinitive form, again in the infinitive form. Did I finish? Did you finish? Did he, she, or it finish? Did we finish? Did you finish? And did they finish? And I will repeat one more time. Did he finish his homework yesterday? Is wrong because this is the past simple tense form, and we see here that this is the question form, and the question form must take the infinitive form. So, did he finish his homework yesterday? Is correct. And did he finish his homework yesterday? Incorrect. Now we will talk about the verb to be. Let's start. The affirmative form. I was, you were, he, she, or it was, we were, you were, they were. Here we can see the verb to be is the only verb where the form is different for each subject. For example, we say I was and he, she, or it was, and all the others we say were, and were. And the negative form is I was not or I wasn't. This is the contractive form. You were not or you weren't. He, she, or it was not or he, she, or it wasn't. We were not or we weren't. You were not or you weren't. They were not or they weren't. Only these two take the form was not and the others were not. The question 4. This form is different as well because we don't use did, but we simply reverse the order of the words. So, I was is was I. Were you was he, she, or it. Were we, were you, were they. So we just have to change the order of the words. That's it. Now I will answer the most important question. Where do we use the past simple? The first use is for a completed action in the past. For an action that started and finished at a specific time in the past. For example, I played tennis last week. I played is a past simple. Last week is the time expression which represents past simple. We have time expressions. Last is a really common expression. Last night, last week, last month, last year. Then we have ago. Ago is a very useful expression. 15 minutes ago, 3 days ago, 5 weeks ago, a month ago. And of course we can say yesterday. This is also time expression for the past. Also we can use the past simple tense to describe a series of completed actions. 1, 2, 3, for example. I finished work, walked to the beach, and found a nice place to swim. I is a subject. Finished, walked, and found represent past simple tense in this case. Finished and walked are regular verbs, and find is a irregular verb. Finally, we use a past simple to describe a duration in the past, an action which lasts for a while. Here we have an example. We talked on the phone for 50 minutes. Talk is a form of past simple tense. And here we have for, which represents time expression. So we have for and all as a time expressions. For 4 minutes, for 5 days, for 2 months, or all day, all night, all evening. All of these words after all, they are in singular. It must be in singular when we talk about the duration in the past. After for, it is often plural. When clauses. The rule is when we have two clauses in the past simple, the when clause happens before the main clause in time. For example, when Brian woke up, he shaved. This is correct. Or Brian shaved when he woke up. This is correct as well. These two sentences, the meaning is exactly the same. When Brian woke up, this is the when clause. When he woke up, this is the when clause. We use the when clauses to describe the action which is first, because Brian woke up first, so we say when Brian woke up, he shaved. This is the end of the lesson. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!